most dudes don't truly care about your past unless it's affecting this right here.
Right now.
Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people? How y'all doing?
You couldn't let the process be the process. And that's the frustrating part about it, is that's when that broken person goes to another person
And
creates another broken person.
All right, welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people?
For your viewing pleasure, we got our producer, Mr. DJ.
What's good, people? I'm back.
Again.
Yes,
Yep. Oh, gotta pull up. I'm still drinking my ice. Just looking for that sponsorship. What do you think about reality TV game show based on relationships? For example, The Bachelor, Love is Blind, so on and so forth. Like, what's the Hot Island or something like that?
So my whole thing is reality TV isn't reality. It doesn't speak for really what's going on out here. So if you have a relationship on reality TV, a lot of people are getting that image. This is what a relationship, this is what life in general is supposed to be like. And people have these fun, spontaneous things that they do every single moment of every single day.
Right.
And that's not true.
I just think, one, like, I definitely don't feel like the title is adequate. Like, don't call it reality TV, because you got some kids out here who get that misconception, like, oh, this is really what's going on. Like, no, this ain't it. They recorded some people's lives over a span of time, and then they cropped it out and gave you exactly what they wanted you to see. If they want you, and like I said, drama sells. So if I want you to see, oh, relationships are full of drama, then I can crop it in a way. Even if you only had 3 arguments in the whole season, I can make a whole show based on those 3 arguments.
Yeah.
Just little snips and cuts to where it's, where they just bring it up again. Yeah. Or they just saying it this way. You know? Or the infamous Ray J scene where the hat twisted 30 different ways. That should let you know. Like,
it's scripted.
It's scripted. We got to redo that.
Yeah,
I take that back. I don't like what I said right there. Yeah. Take it back. So...
I mean, for sure. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is... I think reality TV is run its course. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything shouldn't be deemed reality. You know, we got you go back to your flavor of loves. You got your real chances of love. You got your Meet New York or whatever it was called back then. Then you got your new age stuff. You got all of this stuff that's been deemed reality. You got your reality house building. You got your reality everything. So I think they have gotten this market so saturated that people have seen people grow up in front of the camera. You got reality hip hop TV shows.
Yeah.
So, you know, like it's gotten to the point where reality, everything is too saturated, and I think it's time to just kill the narrative of reality TV.
I wish they would, because it's all scripted. My issue is, like, a lot of people, I think one of the main reasons why we actually have this culture now where it's like, oh, everybody wants the lavish life, is because of reality TV. Oh, you saw something about... Like, you saw people going to Ruth Chris all the time. Most of y'all didn't know what Ruth Chris was. Like, it's a lot. Like, you remember people used to love Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Olive Garden, stuff like that. Yeah. Now everybody like, ugh, why would I go there?
Me now.
Yeah.
And that is because of reality TV. Because you would have never seen this. Like, I remember... The most expensive champagne I remember back in the day with Dom Perignon. It was like 100, 120, depending on. Now they got champagnes out here like 5, 6, 7. You remember Cristal? Cristal was it was crazy.
Yeah. I think it's more because the society. I was going to use that C word, but we don't use it on this show. But society has become so mainstream now that everything that we thought was like real big, it ain't nothing to nobody.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I'm saying? Because just like bottles of liquor, we used to think that like, Ciroc and all that was the truth. Now it's all about the Douce.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's all about
people. You remember Grey Goose?
Yeah.
Then it was Ciroc.
Yeah.
Then, now it's like, everything just keep changing.
Yeah.
And that's my issue with it, is because reality TV shows you the glamour, but it doesn't show you actual reality. Everything in life ain't gonna be a movie.
See, the thing is that they pick and choose what they want to. So, prime example, my wife watches, and I know she probably ain't gonna care if I say this. My wife watches Real Housewives of Potomac.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there was an incident where one of the housewives, she kept an incident that happened with her husband private and put it behind the paywall so that her subscribers could know about it instead of putting it on the show. And then one of the other ones got mad at her for doing that because, we supposed to be putting all our business out on the show. She decided, since I'm gonna get paid for this drama. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a line there. If everything is scripted, you decided I'm gonna keep this in the house and I'm gonna put it behind the paywall and I'm gonna talk about it on my show. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna put this out there, I'm gonna get the dollar for it instead. You know what I'm saying? So like, reality for some people is like a monetary thing.
Right.
That's where we pivot into.
Yeah.
Let's see how much money I can make.
And it's a crazy concept because then it's like relationships, from what I see, from how I believe it to be, it's a more private. It's a journey for.
It's supposed to be.
It's a journey for the two people or the people who are in that, But if you gonna monetize it and minimize it to the point where it's a product to sell, then I just feel like you took all the sacredness out of it.
Yeah, you see now everybody wants to be in everybody's business about every little thing. Mm-hmm. And that's partly because of reality TV. Because it's like, I'm here seeing the drama in that. Now all of a sudden they trying to, what you and your wife go through? What you and your wife go through? That's not your business what we go through.
It's my life.
Like, I don't care. And that's what I be saying. Like, back in the day, if you and your husband were going through something, that was between you and your husband. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, everybody's like, they don't want to understand it to try help or try to get better understanding. They want that because they feed for that drama. They fiend for it.
Yep.
It's like, I want that.
Little bit of drama. We're gonna have to go in there. We're gonna have to go in there, man. We're gonna make that a sound on here.
Yes,
So what a board is. Hey, but before we, I want to say this, man. You know what really flipped reality TV on the head? They probably would be mad at me. The Kardashians flipped reality.
Oh, they took it.
They took it to a whole nother level. But we ain't gonna get on them.
I literally have not watched one episode. Not one.
Hey, look, they took reality TV to a whole nother level. They pitched it on his head and they took the price to a whole nother stratosphere.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna get them. We ain't gonna
after Kardashian.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Y'all want to come on the show? Let me know. Or let him know.
Yeah.
Let somebody know.
Yeah. Most likely.
Not most likely. Does your partner complete you? Why or why not?
I don't believe that it's possible for somebody to complete you. The idea I'm saying behind complete you, yes, they can pick up where you're weak at. Like, I know my wife is strong at things that I'm weak at and vice versa. But that's not completion. Completion is 100% it is it's like when they say, for example, memory card, as we had on the show. Okay, when it says it's 100% complete, there is no more room for any errors, no issues, no drama, nothing. Like, we shouldn't be having an argument if we complete each other. Like, if we're 100% complete, oh, you already picked up that. You already took care of that. Oh, you already knew I need that food. You already knew the kids needed picking up. I need to do this, vice versa. We got them dishes washed. We got them clothes folded and everything like that. Because it's complete.
How I like I said, when I wrote the question, I was speaking from, don't get me wrong, what you said is extremely valid. That being said, another avenue or another facet of that is completion, like self-completion. If you go into a relationship and you're not of your word already, don't expect the person that's you getting with to make you more about staying with what you say you was gonna do. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a certain level of complete that you have to go into. You need to know you 100% and be ready to express yourself 100%. And once you already at 100 and your spouse is already at 100, then y'all come together and it's not y'all completing each other. It's just y'all just getting more. We already complete. It's like if Texas and Louisiana came together, right?
Latex.
we already here. Now we just got a lot of land because Texas was already complete. Louisiana was already complete. Anything else we add on to it, we just adding on to that land. But if you come in there and you be like, oh, well, Texas had a civil war, and now Texas is split down the middle, and then you got Louisiana, which is split down the middle, and y'all trying to make yourselves whole. So you're like, well, the two parts is closest together. Let's just join, and we'll become latex. And now you got this sitting over here and this sitting over there, but I'm like, you're not whole. You're not as complete as you would have been had you been whole when you came into it.
Right.
So I just be like, focus in and make sure that you yourself are complete or as close to complete as you can be.
Yeah.
In order for you to do that. Those insecurities that you have, you got to fight those. You got to fight those independently. If you had people who hurt you in the past, understand the person that you're getting with now is not that person. Right.
Yes.
Grade them on who they are. I'm not saying neglect all that's happened in your past. You can start seeing the signs, but at the same time, if the signs of the person in the past don't line up fully with the person of new, if the person of new has always been in their word and they told you, hey, I'm not going to screw you over, and you know that to be true, don't be telling, well, such and so back in the past did it. Is he me?
Right. Mm. You know, like, I'm going to say, you are responsible for your own happiness, first and foremost.
Yeah.
You know.
That's one thing,
so
Jay.
That is the one thing. So to develop into something that you want to become or bring to a table, or however you want to put it, is solely upon growing and maturing. Right. As far as a partner completing you, I can't say 100% that my wife completes me. She compliments me.
Yes.
There's a difference between completing and complimenting. Having a partner that compliments you where, you know, like you say, you have certain things that you're strong at and you have certain things that you're weak at, that partner compliments you. Me, I'm not as outgoing as my wife is. She's a social butterfly. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm more calculated. I'm more methodical. She's not so much. I have my strong points. Mm-hmm. There's a compliment. There's a balance. You find those things with your partner. And then sometimes you develop a strength where your partner is weak at. So you might not have started out being strong in that aspect, but you saw where your partner was weak at and was like, okay, let me develop that. Let me adapt and let me develop that skill set. So you have to go in my opinion. I'm not saying this works for everybody. In my opinion, you have to go in with the mindset of complementing, not completing. Because if you go in with the mindset of completing something, you're not gonna complete it, because, like he said, completion means 100%. And everybody is not a 100% perfect person. Nobody on this earth is perfect. Nobody. So having a perfect marriage, having a perfect partnership, that's not obtainable, because you're gonna have shortcomings. You're gonna have some stumbling blocks. You're gonna have some obstacles that come to the surface. So when you come into the thought process of complementing instead of completing, I think if you look at it from that aspect, then it'll be different. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta change your mindset towards that.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people look at, as you were saying, with a relationship, oh, it's supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to, we just are complete together. We just do everything together. It's not how it works. And that's the thing is, more people need to be honest about it so other people will understand that. That's why more people now get divorced than get married, because of the fact that they're like, oh, well, I thought this person was going to complete everything about me. We were just going, man, there are people been married for 30, 40 years, still argue about stuff.
See, I think another thing is, I think we took TV stories and we took the words literally and not figuratively.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they completed each other and lived happily ever after the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's not realistic.
It's not realistic.
That wasn't that. That was something that was wrote in the steward because they knew that they wanted to sell a dream to somebody.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They, in those stories, they don't see what it took to get to that point. Even though it wasn't a complete story, it was a fragment of a story. Most short stories don't even tell you the full thing. They give you a piece of it. They don't give you the whole full breakdown.
Right.
So I think throughout time, what we did as people is that we started to believe the fantasies that we wanted. And we just took bits and pieces of it. And we took certain words from certain inserts and started plugging them into our reality. And it was like, this is what I want. Because even, and just to take it just a little bit off subject, there wasn't a point in time where some of us looked at TV characters and was like, this is the family I want to be a part of, or these are the people that I want in my circle, or this is this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they knew that would play to keep us watching. But they knew also that some of us didn't live the lives that we wanted, but we saw it on TV and that's what we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So also in relationships, we would see reflections or imitations of those relationships on TV. And we would try to emulate that. Because some of us don't have that figure. Oh, you know, we want Uncle Phil in our lives. Some of us didn't have that Uncle Phil figure.
Yeah.
We want somebody in our life like Aunt Viv. Some of us didn't have that Uncle Viv figure. We want
Carl Winslow.
Carl Winslow. We didn't have the woman like Pam and Gina around us. You know what I'm saying? So like those figures, we didn't have the people, the dynamic of the living single type of people around us. Mm-hmm. So we would emulate and try to gravitate towards those things. So that's where we took the pieces of talking of like taking figurative things and trying to literally put them into our lives. We have to figure out and realize reality and TV aren't the same. Kind of like what we was talking about in our past thing.
Yeah.
And once you figure out that those things aren't the same and move inside of your actual reality, I think you'll be better off in learning how to navigate through life and through relationships.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree 100%. Are women really getting attacked over 3 phone numbers?
Okay.
Oh, over their phone numbers.
I was gonna say 3.
Okay.
She got 3
So-
phones.
Before I even say anything, I do want people to understand. I realize there are some dudes out here that are trash, that do not know how to talk to women, that are about abusing women. I'm not talking about that. Like, because those men right there are garbage. And I will always say that no matter who's around, no matter what anybody else feels. So, what I'm talking about is the idea of fitting this narrative, because what we end up doing a lot of time, we'll take certain statistics, certain issues and things going on, and we'll try to apply it as a broad spectrum of everyone. Like, I do realize there's a few women that have been harmed by dudes because they did not give up their phone number. But that's not everybody. That's not half. That's not a quarter of people. We're not going to sit here and act like, oh, if a woman don't give up her number, she has a high probability of getting hurt. A high probability? No. Now, is it possible for some trash dude somewhere to do that? Yes. But that's not reality. That's not the actual what happens a lot of times. And it's like, I hear a lot of people throw this narrative out there. Well, see, women are not protected. I'm like, basically, nobody's really 100% protected. Because if you look at the police, okay, all black men do not get beat up by the police. But some do. But if we say that about all black men, like, we're using that to fit our narrative. It's like we want everybody to think all of us have the same issue. Like, some of us have issues. Like, I've been racially profiled before. I do believe it's a higher probability for people to be racially profiled. But everybody in the world, everybody in the U.S. has not been racially profiled.
True.
So the issue that I'm having is, I wish people would stop trying to use one thing that happened in this instance to try to be like, oh, this happens to everyone. Every person goes through this. Every man goes through this. Every woman goes through this. Because when you say it like that, it doesn't really make sense, and people can poke holes in this with ease.
Right. When I look at it, it's like, of course, like you said, there's a tiny substrata of individuals who do not align themselves with the whole, which is us, and they do foolish things. And because it is so off-putting and so outside the norm, it's getting the media coverage.
Yeah.
It's what got you talking on Instagram. Because if you went on Instagram and you said, Instagram, TikTok, if you went on Instagram and you said, hey, men, if you give men their numbers, they might call you. But we already know that. I don't necessarily need you to tell me that. Like, there's no point to that. Oh, well, this one instance that happened, this one drop of something that, happened to somebody millions and millions of miles away. And let me not put the distance on there, because I don't want people to feel like, oh, he act like if it don't happen in Texas, it ain't important. No. This one instance that happened, this one isolated incident that took place. If you want to base all your interactions with the opposite sex over something like that, it's like, baby, look, I can't beat your horror movie mind. I can't fight that.
Yeah.
I can't. It's impossible. I cannot go through the process of warding off every little evil thought that jumps into your mind in relation to who men are. That's why I said a while back, I said, hey, everybody got the dialogue for what men should say, what men should do, how men should be. and they all got their preconceived notions of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you got that, but you never. All these people with all this stuff to say about men and their interactions with men, never, and I repeat, never actually ask a regular, average, modern day man, like a regular dude. Ask the dude that, hey, bro, I just got wife, 2 kids, and I go to work every day. Well, if you asked for my number one, would you give it to me? I mean, if I was single, of course, but is you gonna get? Because I guarantee you don't give me your number. I'm just gonna, okay, cool, and walk off.
Have a nice day.
It's not as exciting. It's not something that you're gonna put on the big screen on TikTok.
I feel you. So, 2 things. One, I feel like now, more than ever, people are more isolated, more out of tune with reality again. We're going to go back to this reality because it seems like the main theme of all of this is reality. 2, people are just distorted. When it comes to things like you and me are 2 different people.
Correct.
But when they look at us as threats,
Correct.
Your violence streak may be different than mine if pushed to a certain point. But they think that we are capable of the same violence just by looking at us. Because of a preconceived notion, as you say. It's just it's mind-boggling now that we have gotten so out of touch with who people are that just by looking at you, man, woman, whoever, I'm just gonna assume who you are and what you're capable of just by looking at you. And I'm not just saying just black, white, whoever. No matter who you are, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, hey, this person is capable of this, and this, just by look. I don't know nothing about you. And nothing about you at all, but this is what you're capable of. And I mean, people are guilty. You might see a white person walk down the street. Oh, he gonna shoot like 5, 6 people. Don't know nothing about this guy.
Don't know nothing.
But you can assume he might shoot 5, 6 people.
The thing about it is, even on this show, we've gone over things like red flags, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like based on how humans evolutionary, we've been trained from birth, from conception of man, to hey, when it's an issue, it's a problem, it gets elevated, and once you get those issues and those problems, anything that show characteristics of that, we should then, I did something that resembled that in the past, and it didn't work out for me.
But I think our training has gone out of the window for most of us because we don't have to use it as much.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We don't have to use, me, I knew to watch my back at all times growing up as a kid. Because of where I come from, where I grew up in. My neighborhood wasn't safe. I don't have to use that as much now that I'm older and I live in a different environment. It's just now the preconceived notion of who people are is kind of like, okay, do I need to revert back to that training? Or do I even need to use it at all because I'm in a different environment?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Like me growing up as a youth in the 90s in the inner city of LA is vastly different than me being an adult male in Texas.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm still seen as that same threat as a youth in the 90s.
And
as a man in Texas. I'm still seen as that same threat from their viewpoint.
Yeah.
But on my side of things, I'm in 2 vastly different environments. So my thought process and my training, I don't have to use it as much. But I still got to be mindful of that. The preceding notion of who I am is that same person. Even though I've grown up and gotten older, it look vastly different because I've changed a whole lot from 9 to 35.
Yes.
Height, stature, all of that. But I'm still seeing that same thing.
Yeah.
It's tiresome.
Yeah.
For one. You know what I'm saying?
It's a level of restraint.
It's a level of restraint, like you said, that you have to have growing up like that.
Like, it's crazy because, like, I think about this too, and a lot of people are like, well, you shouldn't have to think like that. But I'm like, but that's what happens out here. For example, people, because of my size, because I have a resting, I guess you say, angry face or whatever.
I do too.
Most people automatically assume I'm going to hurt somebody. Oh, I'm on that last leg before somebody about to get dealt with. I'm like, did I say that? Like, what about me? What did I actually do to show you, you know what, I am not to be messed with right now?
Bro, you don't have to. I'm just going to, you don't have to. Like me, people automatically think that I'm mean. Mm-hmm. Like when they see me, automatically they think that I'm a mean person. Just by my face. Mm-hmm. You know, like me, I'm one of the chillest people that you can know. The people that know me know I'm one of the chillest, coolest people that you can know. But by just walking up and approaching me, people go, oh man, I thought you mean. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so I understand where you're coming from. Because it's like, bro, once you get to talking to me, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, most people, no issue.
Like, most people, when they see me and meet me and all that stuff, basically, I've been told, oh, I look like the angry black man, or, you know, one person said, oh, man, you just look like you ready to assault someone. I'm like,
how do you say that to somebody, bro? They have the audacity to just be like, I look like violence. Basically. No. And that's what I'm talking about. I look like violence. And I know it can be frustrating for somebody to be like, man, I'll just be going about. Most of us is just out here trying to function.
The reality, on a base level, most people want the exact. I say most close to all. Like I said, it's a small subset.
Yeah, it's a small,
a microscopic subset.
Yes,
that think differently, but the majority of people, bro, you want peace, I want peace.
We're just out here trying to live, bro. The world, life is already hard enough. And I mean, I'm speaking for us as millennial children. We are. I know some people don't know the difference between Gen Z, X, Y, millennial. They just lump everybody in together. But us as millennial children, we have accumulated some of the most debt.
Yeah.
Some of the craziest circumstances in history. And we are trapped in the middle of it. We're just trying to live. We're just trying to function, bro. And we ain't got time to be out here worrying about you thinking that we capable of violence or if we gonna hurt somebody. Bro, I'm just trying to make it to A to B. I'm just trying to pay my bills. I'm trying to make the money. I'm trying to go about my business. Ain't nobody worried about none of this other stuff that you thinking that I'm worried about.
The picture you painted in your mind should not be. The picture you painted in your mind is not me. You created some superhuman monster. Like, look, bro, it's just like on Men in Black.
Yeah.
When they asked Will Smith, why did you feel little Susie had to die? And everybody else shooting all these aliens and monsters. He was like, well, that one just going to the gym. I don't see why I would shoot him.
Right.
And that one's just blowing his nose. I don't see what, but her right here.
Yeah.
Those books are way too advanced for her.
Yeah. Right. You stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. I'm like,
but
everybody saw muscles.
That's how and it's like, I would love to talk to more ladies about it because I want people to understand. Us as men, most, if not all. And yes, I understand as a woman, you have to be very careful out here. And I want you to be careful. But that's not the reality that all men are willing to or want to assault you, that are that fragile that if you tell me no on the number that, oh, I'm gonna try to shoot you, oh, I'm gonna try to do anything horrible to you. Because that's not even a third of the men, a quarter of the men. It's a rare few to do stupid stuff like that. But we all gotta take the blunt for it. It's like, oh well, this dude somewhere in Chicago did some kind of crazy stuff because he wanted this girl number. Now we in Texas. We're over 3,000 miles away from Chicago. But yeah, in Texas, we lumped in with them like, nah, man. Dude's over here trying to wild out over a number.
I'm going to say this, and one, I want my sisters to, if you are experiencing that, I want y'all to be careful.
Yes.
I do want y'all to be careful. We do want y'all to feel safe and protected out here. You know, we don't want nobody causing y'all no harm.
True.
2, if you are a man and you acting like this, you're a clown. Point blank, period, bro. You don't need to be doing this. She say no. She just said no. That's just it. Just
suck it up, be a man, move on.
This is it. She just said no.
Just understand, they outnumber us. She said no, but the girl standing right next to her might say yes. Jump into your. I'm an opportunist. A single man is an opportunist. I'm not look. I just gotta literally look at it like this. I just gotta collect enough no's to get that yes. Like, be thankful you got this no, so you know. Oh, so she said no. Cool. Let me just jump up. So is you gonna say no, or you gonna say yes? And literally, if you need to do it that way in her face, let her know I'm not concerned about the no. I want to know who like me. I'm trying to find my group.
Right.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be hateful. None of that. Look, you don't like what I'm putting out. Cool. Does she? Because if she don't, then maybe it's this little neighborhood. I need to get outside and go talk to the next group. Billions of y'all. I'm gonna go find one.
Yeah.
I don't need 100 of y'all. I just need it to be with me. I just need one of y'all.
Somebody.
Exactly. One.
Just one. Just one gotta say it.
And everyone in this world could find one out of a billion. There's over 3 billion people in this world. You can't find one.
Somebody gonna say it.
And that's it. That's gonna make you. Hey, yeah, I got turned down like 300 times, but that 301, she was the one, dog.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Mm-hmm. Done deal.
And I guarantee you, all the women who were saying no, this is how you get back, man. You make that one have the most lush, plush life that anyone has ever seen. She be like, dang, I said no to this? You mean to tell you doing that and I said no to you? I messed up. Like, the best thing I got as far as letting people know the type of dude and how I move, go talk to my wife about me. She here day in and day out.
Yeah.
Check her happiness level. Because that happiness level should let you know you could have been that happy had you said yes. That's real getting back, fam.
Shoot, if you look at it like this, your wife should be your biggest mouthpiece.
Easy.
Like, your wife should be telling other people the how.
You as a married man should, like, the fact that married men, you go out and talk to women, for those who do cheat, if you going out and you a married man and you trying to talk to women to cheat, man, what you doing? You don't do that. I don't initiate not one conversation with a woman unless it's business related. I ain't got nothing to say. I just need you to look at my wife and see how great she living. That's it. I don't need nothing else. She happy. You see how happy she is? Your fault. And I'm gonna get out your way.
Get on that note.
Your fault. Your fault. done. Like, easy. All right. What's a good consideration to have before going on a date? Oh, is it a conversation or considerations?
Conversation.
What's a good conversation to have before you go on dates?
Okay, so I'm just the reason I brought this up is because I was seeing this thing on social media where all of a sudden, after we went on dates and we started talking, now you spring certain things up on me that maybe you should let me know beforehand. Like, maybe, because I understand you want to go on a date, but you know as well as I know, we both expect certain things. So I want to know beforehand, oh, maybe this is not what you want. Maybe this is not what you want. Like, for example, the whole celibacy thing. I understand you being celibate. I respect people in their decisions. But your decision does not guarantee that it'll be okay with my decision. Like, if you sit here and tell me, hey, you're being celibate, and I'm not interested in you in being celibate, this ain't going nowhere. It's not, because that's the dumbest thing for you to sit here and say is that, oh, well, because I made these decisions, you have to accept these decisions. I have to accept that you have those decisions. Yes, I do. But my decision over here, I ain't being celibate. Like, it was funny as hell. And my wife probably get on to me for this one. But when me and my wife were in the dating stages and everything, and we were talking and everything, and I was telling her, we were having a conversation, and my wife brought up the subject about my mom, and she was like, how's your mom know that, that me and you were messing around? I'm like, because my mom knows her son. And my mom knows for a fact, if you ain't giving it up, you ain't with her son. And it's bad, because I was like, it's true. It's the facts. And she was like, no, your mom don't think like that. I'm like, okay, mama. And my mom told her the exact same thing. And I was like, my mama know her son. Like, we ain't gonna play this game. Like, it's just the truth. And the thing that I'm saying with that is, if you honestly feel certain ways, like if you say, I don't cook, let me know you don't cook. Don't wait till we get serious and then I'm like, so you gonna cook? And then you like, I don't do that. So we don't waste all this time knowing that you knew I wanted home cooked meals, but you didn't want to cook no food.
I see. I'll be like, it's got to be conversations, bro. Like, it's got to be conversations that lead to compromise or at least understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. Behind single, going on a date with a girl who says, oh, I'm celibate. Okay. If you're cute enough, I might let you make it, but you understand that I'm not, right? I know it sounds crazy. It sounds like it's really screwed up, because I'm telling you right now, yeah, you ain't going to be having no sex with nobody, but I'm going to still be having sex with other people, and I'm still going to consider you my girl. Is that a problem? If you say yes, I'll be like, so it's unreasonable for me to live my life, but I've accepted how you live. I've accepted you. You said you celibate, cool. I'm with that. Yeah. I still want to be with you, but I also physically want to be with them, okay? But you can't have it both ways. Look, we in the compromise stage. So what are you willing to do? I know you're celibate, but what are you?
What's willing?
What? Because if I accept your terms, right, there'll be a void here for me. And I need to know how you intend to feel it, because you, the person who said, I want to be the guardian of that. I don't want you to do it. That's the issue there. You had the conversation. No matter what, I'm going to listen to you. What you bringing to the table? What you saying? What you telling me right now? You telling me, oh, well, I don't cook. Okay, so are you saying that you don't cook or you don't know how to cook? Because Paula Dean, granted she dropped a few N-bombs, she can still drop some bomb chicken, fam. She got a cookbook. Go look this up. Go pick that up and you can get in the kitchen till we get it right. I don't see, that's what I'm saying. A lot, when you going on these days and y'all having those conversations and y'all come to those stopping point statements. But you really should explore that statement. Oh, my man got to be 6 feet. Well, I'm 5'11" and a half with shoes on. I think I crossed that threshold.
Some forces. Some forces give you at least an inch.
So do I need to get that for you? Or, because technically, when we out in public, I'm 6 feet if I got these shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Those are
the technicalities.
Like, when you trying to make it work, that's it. You got to make it. That's it. You got to put it together. Hey, no. You ain't making 6 figures. Well, my homeboy, he got this side gig that I'm sure I can get you on to. That's going to put you from, it's going to get you the extra 40K. You want to do that? Because I only talk to dudes making 100K. What dude going to turn down 40 extra?
Word.
If you set it up, if this is something if this is a hard stop for you, conversate. But instead of just telling me no and get out the way, tell me how we gonna go. How can we fix it?
And for those who do not understand what I'm talking about, that's like for that dude, you think he's very handsome, you like him, but he ain't got no job. Is that a hard no for you? Or is that I could work around it? Most women in this world gonna be like, he ain't got no job. No, so where's his income coming in?
My thing is gonna be like, he ain't got no job. Okay, do you not know anybody with you? Ask him he hit you with, well, I ain't got no job. Okay, cool, that's cool. Is it that you don't want a job or you can't get a job, partner? Because those are two different energies. If you don't want a job, then I expect you to be in street pharmaceuticals of some sort, and you just want to live like that, and that's different. Then the woman got to make a decision if she want to be the trap queen or not.
Yeah, the streets is always high.
Exactly. But if he just like, nah, I just don't have one because I put it out in case you don't get it. Well,
let's find you another app.
Yeah. Let's find you.
Let's figure out a way for us to happen.
When you start saying what we can do, you see, when you start accepting the plights of his journey, then you start turning that conversation from what he needs to do to what we need to do, to what I got to do to what we got to do. We got to get this done, and that's what puts you in position to be the wife. If you sit back here and you single, you say I too much, because ultimately, I intend to be alone if you keep on going around. I'm going to turn, his job don't make enough, but he ain't got one.
You know, sometimes they be feeling like if they do that, they help you get your game together, put all of it together, and then you be like, I want out.
See,
okay.
Hold up.
Okay.
And again, from that other topic we were talking about, just because some dudes do that, that's not the majority of dudes. If you look at it like this, Denzel Washington, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, you could start naming off a list of men that have been with their wife, LL, over 20 some odd years. They got the money. They had them before they had the money, when they got the money, after they got the money, all this stuff. But we always hit that, oh, well, he may leave me for a white girl. He may leave me for this exotic or something.
I ain't just saying the way I'm doing.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't want to build and get kicked out what I built.
Yeah, you know, but you know, some of them think, look, I just brought it up. You know, because some may feel like, you know, I may help you get your game together, and then all of a sudden, once you get to a certain level, I'm out.
But then you can always, and I hate to say it like this, because I hate when women do it, but I'm gonna do it real quick. How many dudes have? Okay, for example, how many athletes got married? They brought their woman up, and then their wife left them. Now they're on Basketball Wives, Real Housewives. You know how many housewives? They done got divorced from so many different dudes. Ocho Cinco wife, he had butted her, which I'm like, if I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna hit you. But he had butted her. She divorced him. She on another TV show making money off of him. That's not what she did. She got only reason she on that TV show because she was married to him.
Yeah, one that's cold-blooded. I heard about what happened to Andrew Wiggins, like basketball for the Golden State Warriors.
What happened to him?
He met his wife. Well, it was a girlfriend back then, but he met her about 10 years ago. They got together. You know, he was an up-and-coming basketball player. They done built this life together. He was just regular, you know, average basketball player. She was regular average woman. They didn't have a child. Had 2 children. A couple of months ago, Andrew Wiggins started missing games because of personal reasons. Come to find out, Andrew Wiggins' best friend and his wife have been having an affair for the past 10 years. And one of the children ain't his. It's the best friend's. And possibly the second one could possibly be the best friend's as well.
So I see somebody gonna die.
That's what I'm like. That's kind of.
Like,
But it's the you had nothing, I had nothing. My status elevated. Your status elevated. But you still got me.
yeah.
So that's one of them situations where it's kind of like, yeah, I built myself, but I brought you with me.
Yeah.
But you robbed me.
Yeah.
It's the flip side of what I was saying. It's the flip side of it. You got me with the that I've known my whole life. Yeah. They've been best friends since they.
And see, I don't even see how dudes could do that. Like, I'm like, don't get me wrong. I understand we're opportunistic, but give me a break, bruh. Okay, I'm gonna say like all the pussy out here. You gotta get my pussy. Like, let's be real here. Like, hold up, this like, bruh, this way in. Let's just say DFW. There's way too many women in DFW for you to be like, I want Joe's.
But see, the thing is, your homeboy is a basketball player, so your prospects are wide open. And no, and he don't just play for any team. He plays for the Warriors.
Man, you in Cali. There's like a crap load of women in California.
You play for the Warriors. Your homeboy played for the Warriors. Now, he wasn't playing for the Warriors this whole time he been in the league, but right now, your homeboy played for the Warriors. He been there for the last 3-4 years. You have a prospect that where you travel with him, I'm sure, all over the country. You got all the opportunity in the world. This man been in the league making millions of dollars, and you've been his partner since day one. You know he gonna take he take you everywhere. Right. And you do this to him, and then you know you've been doing this to him. And
see, that's what I be talking about. It's like
that's another level.
Like, and honestly,
that's another level, dog.
See, this couldn't be my world because I would honestly be the judge. Like, nah, y'all gonna fight. No, y'all gonna fight.
That's another level, dog.
Hey,
we fight.
That's
I be like, if you can fight tungsten, bro, if you can fight lead, I
don't know. It might
like, you remember back in the day, you know, that's exactly what I'm about to say. Man, 30 paces, get to walking.
It might have to be a duel after this, because somebody got to die.
One of us got to go.
Like, honestly.
Like Big said, somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go.
All I know, honestly, I do sometimes be thinking about when disrespect get too far and you know what you're doing. You can't sit there and tell me in any world you didn't know what you were doing.
That's too far, dog.
Like,
that's too
your friend, like, bruh, like your friend, like,
friend, that's too far.
Mm-hmm.
You won't believe this is brought to you by.
As always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Check out her website, wasteddesires.com. Her and my sister-in-law are doing it. They have waist beads, thigh chain, bracelets, anklets, all different types of things, body jewelry that you need. Also check out Traces Like Mine. This is a Black-owned product by a Black woman for Black women to help Black women's hair and skin. Then also check out Yanni Like Mine. If you don't know what Yanni is, look it up. Ladies, take care of your Yanni. Do what you need to. It does not clean itself.
Tyler Bailey loves you close by loves you guy. Cousin Mike, he's also a podcaster. So he does State of Being. It's SOB, but it's State of Being, not the other way around. D-Mac, he's a barber. Outside of that. In fact, let me let you, then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get a shout out to something for the people. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, man. I'm gonna shout out myself, man. Y'all go follow my personal page @KidNeeded24. And also, man, y'all get ready for I'm gonna do a little side thing. It's gonna be called The Skill Introvert. It's gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah, so y'all get ready for that. Also, I want to shout out my boy Bryce, Slaughter Cuts out in Fort Worth, Texas. Let's see. I want to shout out my beautiful wife too. You know, she checks it out from time to time. In front of the camera. So yeah, and also I'm gonna throw it back over here. And I'm gonna throw another shake plug after we get done.
Done deal. So that is what mainly brings you this is something for the people. So that is something, the number 4, DA people. If you're on YouTube, throw a podcast at the end, okay? What we need, hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if that's where you at. And we just trying to take it to the next level, take it to the stratosphere. So you can be in the ship, head to the stratosphere with us. Because all you got to do is join the family, become a citizen with us. We're gonna rock with you. So, like I said, that is something. The number 4, DA people. You're on YouTube, it's on podcast. You're on all your streaming services as far as podcast world. So, Stitcher, Anchor, you name it, we up. I guarantee.
Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff.
We up.
Yes, sir. And also, you hit us up on the Instagram side. Go to the link tree. All of our socials are there. Make it easier, transition wise. Run them numbers up. Also, check us out on Fanbase. It is a platform that is Black owned and it is for the creators. So, that's another side that we're trying to tap into. So check us out on Fanbase.
Yeah. Anyway.
Isaac Hayes III. Shout out to Isaac Hayes III.
All right. Let's get into this. Trash Group is trying to get Aretha Franklin song Natural Woman banned on iTunes and Spotify. What's wrong with Natural Woman? What's wrong with that?
Like, I was listening to this and I was just like, this is going too far. Quit trying to ban stuff. Quit trying to get in your feelings so much. Your feelings are not reality. And what I mean by that is your feelings are personal to you.
Feelings are fiction.
Like, you can't sit here and say that everybody should have to deal with something because of your feelings. Natural Woman was long before any of those people started saying anything about it. A natural woman. You make me feel like a natural woman. That is fine, that's great. Now all of a sudden we just digging.
They might either take that kind. You make me feel like a natural, because I'll be like, you know what I'm saying?
But you're not a natural woman.
But see, you make me feel. You know what I'm saying? Rita didn't drop no "I am a natural woman" on y'all. She said, you make me feel. This is ideal for y'all. Y'all should be embracing it.
So, and my whole thing is, how you trying to get her stuff canceled now?
We live in a cancel culture.
But it makes no sense. Like, logically, in no actual person's mind can you actually be like, oh my God, I'm offended that you talking about me. More than likely, before I was even thought of, Natural Woman came out in what, the late, early 70s? Most of the people that get so butthurt about all these feelings now, it'd be like, oh, you were born in the 90s.
Nah, that's not 2000.
Okay, 90s,
Nah,
2000s.
Late 90s, 2000.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, give me a break. Natural Woman, really? And then, I'm going to take this from Flame Monroe. If you do not know who Flame Monroe is, she is a biological male that actually comes out and tells people, yes, I am a biological male, but yes, I did get breast implants. I am a trans woman. That is what I am. So, this is from her. The fact that she said that a woman, the word woman comes from womb. Like, because you were able to carry certain things, and you were able to carry a baby in your womb. Mm-hmm. You were a natural woman. You were born this way. And I understand and I respect people for your decisions, but you can't just change up the game, especially this late in the game, and expect everybody to be like, you know what, I agree with you.
I just be thinking to myself, we sit back and when it comes to vegetables and all that, somebody will hit you with that's not broccoli, that's a GMO, right? Broccoli just can't be regular vegetables. You can't be like it's organic, it's GMO. It's genetically modified. And they got to put that label on it because they're like, no, we don't want you to think this is just a naturally occurring vegetable. We don't want you to think that, right? Mm-hmm. They'll push that narrative, we fighting against GMOs, then turn right back around and be like, but we ain't vegetables, though. We ain't. Look, now, I just want you to understand that although the woman with the womb is the woman that it's not modified in any way, it just come like that. The woman come out the womb just like that. It went from girl to woman. Now we got a genetically modified situation, or a doctored situation where it went from young man to young woman. And we like, you don't want us to call that, but you don't want me to ever acknowledge that. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, look, all the paths I took in life, you can acknowledge. Yeah. Hey, if I went on the football team and you saw me riding the bench for the first year, and the second year I get on the field, acknowledge my growth. That's the most improved player. Why? Because he went from somebody I would never put on the field to a guy that I want on he's a starter now. Yeah. Acknowledge the growth. You want to sit back, it's like it's almost as if the culture jumped out of the closet just to jump back in, right? You came out and told the whole world, I want to be a woman. I'm going to go get the breast implants to this, that, and the third. and then now I'm out here. But now you want to lie to you. You want to, instead of just lying to yourself in the past, saying that you wasn't who you was. Now you want to lie to the world and be like, no. I don't want you to ever mention the fact that I wasn't a woman before. I'm a woman now, and that's what we gonna negate all the past. That being said, in order for you to receive the roses or receive the praise that could come from your transition. I'm not saying that I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and be like, I'm the person who's going to jump out there and be like, kudos for you and shake your hand and buy your flower. It's not my role. But for those people who look up to you for inspiration, for those people who look up to you to be like, hey, I might be somebody who trapped over here and I don't necessarily know how to tell the world what I feel like and what I am inside. And you get to the other side, and the first thing you want to tell them is, even though you made such a drastic transition in your life and made so many power moves to actually get to where you are now, we gonna disregard all that. No, embrace the journey, embrace the struggle.
Yeah,
I came from that. Yo, you was a guy. It's cool. You was a guy, or vice versa. You was a girl, and now you took your testosterone pills and dealt with all the people trying to talk crazy about you. Dealt with your family probably disowning you. You dealt with all that stress to get to where you are now, and you want to say no, it never happened. Stop it.
So I'm gonna say, Natural Woman came out in 1960.
Oh gosh, different times.
1968.
that's what I'm saying.
You know how long ago that was?
None of us were born
You know,
like
none of us were born, and I'm pretty sure the people that's trying to get it banned were born.
I'm pretty sure some people that's trying to get it banned heard it one time. I was like, what's this song?
The premise of the song was her talking to the man that she was with about how he made her feel. Not her outer appearance of what they're trying to say that the premise of the song is and why they're offended by it. About how the feeling that being with this person made her feel. If you listen to the context of the actual song, she's saying, you make me feel. Not my outer appearance. She's talking about a feeling.
Yeah.
Not an outer appearance. So why is this offensive?
Yeah.
I told
you know what I'm saying? Like,
champion the song.
You know what I'm saying? Why is it offensive?
Man,
you know, I guess I understand where y'all coming from, but I'm processing it out in my mind.
Okay.
Why is this all of a sudden an offensive thing to where you want to get one of the greatest artists of all time?
Yeah.
Let's not misconstrue that anywhere. One of the greatest artists of all time. Why are we trying to get something that she worked hard for taken out of history because you misconstrued the message that this woman was conveying in her music?
Yeah.
Because you took your reality and you're trying to impress it upon someone and make it a fact. When in reality, she was talking about the way she felt in a situation. It's the two don't line up. It's not connecting. So, you know, I can't begin to understand what they go through or how they feel when they go through what they go through. You know, everybody has their struggles. But you can't continue to step on other people to get your point across.
Yeah. Aretha Franklin passed away in 2018. Why y'all ain't bring this up when she was still alive so she can explain to you real quick?
COVID hadn't happened. They didn't have that idle mind, period. This is all, I'm telling you. I'm not trying to put it down. It's like I said, if you got a struggle and it's real to you, fight for it. But the people you trying to fight here are not in opposition. I don't. And I know a lot of people, because there's one person who said, straight people saying that they don't care is disrespectful. Bro, look, I don't care, bro.
You God disrespectful.
I'm just saying, look, if you get it done, congratulations. If you don't get it done,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm not, because I got other things to work. Like I said, you're sitting in your house during COVID with nothing to do, and you said, how can I disrupt the world? And now you want to make your personal problem. That's your personal problem. The world problem.
Again, it's a small subset of people pushing. It ain't us. But it's this small group of people, yet again. It seems like, this has become a theme in these last couple of episodes. It's a small group of people having an issue about something.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to push it in front of everybody. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I'm in this corner. I don't like that this color is blue.
Yeah.
So I want it to be red over here.
That blue tape is red.
But you in this corner, well, I don't really care that this tape is red. And it's been red this whole time. I don't care. But I'm in this corner. But I want everybody to know that this tape is blue.
I'd be like,
but nobody cares that this tape has been red for the last 68, 2023, for the last 50, 60 years.
And then you get to people like myself who come into the room. I just walked in. And that person over there, you see that blue table? Nah, it's red, man. No, I think it's blue. Good for you. It's red to me. Yeah. But what I want you to mainly understand about this table over here is that I can put my cup on it. That's the main thing I want you to see. Because it don't matter what color the table is, it's still a motherfucker.
It's still a table, dog. It don't matter. So, and what my thing is, bro, at the end of the day, man, we still people, dog. So why, I don't understand why every little issue that we have as people got to be drawn into something that just causes a bigger division amongst us.
Yeah.
Because, like I said earlier, y'all here trying to function.
Mm-hmm.
Life is getting harder and harder as the years go by. And if everybody finds their little quirks and their little things that offend them and they put it into the mainstream, we ain't gonna never get to the root of the real problem.
We ain't gonna fix nothing. There's nobody band together to fix it.
We ain't gonna never have enough time or enough understanding of each other to fix what really is our problem. Because
I gotta hit that 80s move. What 80s meant, it's a plan perpetrated by the man to keep us divided. Because I'm like, give me a break here.
It's true though, because if you think about it, in other places, in other countries, man, they out there thriving.
Yep.
But if you really take a bigger picture, like I said, you gotta be mindful. Like I said a couple of episodes ago, you look at other places, other countries, man, they're not worried about none of this.
Yeah.
They out here banding together, get ready to try to take us out as a country.
Yeah.
But we worried about who don't like what.
Right now. Right now. Between Egypt and Ethiopia, right? Mm-hmm. They got the Nile River, right? One of the largest rivers.
It is the largest river.
It is the largest river. So, Ethiopia wants to power their cities, right? And this is totally, I'm gonna jump from this to the next. I'm just telling you what the world's dealing with versus what we dealing electricity, literally double the amount of electricity that they can provide to their people. And if they do this by building a dam in their portion of the Nile River, they'll have the ability to not only supply their people with electricity, they can then ship it off and make a profit on top of that. Right? And they've already begun construction on it and making the reservoirs and all that. Well, on up the Nile, you got Egypt. And their source between Ethiopia, the water that feeds the Nile is from Ethiopia, and it's also it's another part. It's like the lakes, Great Lakes. It's a large reservoir. Yeah, it's a lot of the water coming up through there.
Right. Okay.
So they like, well, if it's ever a drought,
we ain't gonna have no water.
They got control of the water. If we ever have a dispute, you got control of our water. If we don't get water up here, you killed us off. That's a real problem.
It is a real issue.
I'm trying to supply electricity to my people and get us a gross domestic product, which is electricity, and put us in a hole. I'm trying to advance us. If I don't do it, we set ourselves back decades. You, on the other hand, you're an agricultural society, and you need this water because it's life. That's literally the lifeblood of your place.
But you know what this is? This is the rest of the world catching up to America.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
This is the rest of the world catching up to the economic giant that America had made themselves.
Yeah.
And see, we have gotten so comfortable with being that giant that we refuse to advance ourselves.
Right.
And so now everybody else is catching up. And they teaming together, like I said, they teaming together to be like, okay, now we gotta take the superpower down. Their main goal is to make the US dollar irrelevant.
Yeah.
To where we not even the standard no more. They want to make their currency, the foreign currency, to be the standard, and we gotta come to them. Because we already owe other countries enormous amounts of money. Yeah. If y'all go look at the US debt clock, if y'all watch, check that out and see, it'll blow your mind. But while that's going on, we worry about the little small things of the world that shouldn't even be an issue.
You worry about what they call you, ma'am or sir. You walk down the street. Look, man, just put it on your shirt. I'm gonna get you a name tag and be like Miss such and so, and I guarantee you, before I talk to you, I will read your name tag. I'm not concerned enough about what you're dealing with I actually just don't want to disrespect you. I want to have my conversation with you, get who we need to get, and get back on my side.
You know about my business?
You know my business. So if wearing a name tag that says Miss or Mr. is what can help us solve your issue, so we always know what you wish to identify as, give me that. I will 3D print it and put it on your doorstep, and that way everybody can read your name tag. But don't be acting like I'm literally out here trying to disrespect you. I don't care enough to disrespect you.
Yeah.
Abby Choi. So Abby Choi was a influencer from Hong Kong. She took, really nice pictures of her lifestyle. She also had, apartment complexes and all kinds of stuff to where she had some bread, right? Well, they decided to take that lady and kill her. It was her ex-husband and a few of his family members, right? They were living in his condo. They were in a legal dispute. This is all from what they say. There was a legal dispute over that property, like who actually owns it, who actually doesn't. But she was the one who made all the money, and she was funding the lifestyle that they were living. She, at this point, decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and just cut it off and move on. Of course, from what they say, motive-wise, it's like, well, we don't want that to happen. So they take her, and R.I.P., they kill her, and then they cut her up and start putting her in soup with radishes and cabbages, and they found the rest of her remains in a freezer or refrigerator for later on. So I was just like, over a condo fame. Now, granted, the condo's worth $9.2 million. But I'll be in my mind. I was just thinking to myself, look, bro, I don't feel like that's a reason to go get your brand up or something. Do something that I don't feel like she should have lost her life. And also on top of that, I don't feel like you should be trying to make soup out of this lady.
It's a cold world out here.
People just lose something. Like I say, man, we as people are just going way out there, man. Like I don't understand.
You ever think that it's like people trying to, how can I do some one up the next person?
I don't even think it's that. I don't even think people try to one up each other. It's just, I think people just then lost their damn mind.
But it's like okay, like, and like I say, RP, I'm sorry that happened to her. What happened to just shooting somebody? Like, you literally chopped her up and you put her in the soup. What, were y'all gonna eat her? Like,
people do something crazy.
That's all I'm saying. Is like it don't just be. You remember back in the day where okay, there were be a drive by or something. They trying to shoot one person. Now we were like, no, one person don't work no more. I gotta get a lot of people now. It's like we just keep on going more and more and more.
People have gotten crazier and crazier. Time has gone by, though. If you really think about it, people are like, I mean, you know, we had our Mansons, and you had our David Koresh and Jeffrey Dahmers, and all those people. But you know, we elevated from those people to your Unabomers, and then you went to your Columbines, and then you went to your DC Snipers.
Yeah.
And then you went to your people that just did the guy that killed his grandma and then ended up going to the school shooting the kids.
Yeah, Valley.
You know, so like people have gotten progressively worse as time goes by.
And they're able to do it in a shorter period of time. Because even though if you talk about, you know, the blind torture kill guy, it took him a long time to rack up this many victims. Mm-hmm. You got kids out here who they go get the gun, and now where it took BTK X number of years to get to 6 people, it take him right now. Boom, before school's out. School bell ain't gonna ring before these babies come. Mm-hmm. And I just
like I said, people just gotten progressively worse, bro. Like I don't think it's a one-up thing. I think it's just people's minds are gone. Like I don't think it. I think like what we thought is common sense or we thought is decency and good people. It's starting to be a separation of regular people, good people, and just plain bad and evil people. Like it's starting to be a clear separation of those types of people now.
And it speaks to what you said earlier about the disconnect. It's a disconnect. Yeah. When you got, like I said, when you got reality TV, it's some people who really sitting at home and they use this as this is reality. Mm-hmm. They don't actually go out.
Call of Duty is their reality.
It's my reality.
Grand Theft Auto is their reality.
All their friends on there, everything they do. And I just be like, it's like the idle mind. You spend too much time doing nothing.
Movies, video games, TV has become people's reality, and they turn that and they flip that and be like, oh, let me go emulate it. No. No, you don't need to do it because once you do that, that flips a switch on you. I mean, I've never killed anybody. I've never hurt anybody seriously. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you do that to somebody, that flips a switch in you. That changes you in a way that you can't go back to being normal ever again after you take somebody out. Yeah. I don't think like people that go to wars and kill people and they're never the same anymore. Even though that you were sent over there to go do that, the people when they come back home, they don't never be the same. Yeah. They're different. Because you literally watch the person's life leave their body. Not one time, but over and over and over again.
It's from your hands.
Yeah, sometimes it's literally from your bare hands.
Yeah.
So like it's different, but now I think people we've gotten too detailed with our movies and our video games, and because if you think about it, people starting to emulate the crimes that they see on TV and on movies in real life, and it's like, oh, let me go try to do this in real life.
Man.
I'm gonna go steal a car, and then I'm gonna shoot the police, and then I'm gonna go reload my gun and pick the one up on the ground. You can't do that in real life. This ain't Grand Theft Auto 3. This is not like you can't do that. So like, people was outraged about the whole Jeffrey Dahmer thing on Netflix. Then people might have thought that was their reality.
Yep. I just feel like you know what I'm saying, like on Netflix, but every time I turn on the news, I see something. Don't get me wrong, Jeffrey pretty bad, but you go shoot up a school full of elementary kids. That's I don't know. I don't know how you get much worse. I'm not trying to figure out how you get much worse because I know. When you put a challenge out there, people gonna try to.
Yeah, there's always some hell.
I don't know about to figure out.
I don't know how you can top it, and it's crazy that we even have to even think that way. But some people just is like, okay, this happened. What's gonna happen next? And we have gotten to a point in life where like we didn't see this happen. What's the next thing? What's the next shoe that's gonna fall? Because we know it's got to get worse before it gets better. That's what we've always been told. But at the rate that we go,
how much worse can it get?
You don't
see, that's the thing. I was just going to say, we don't need to ask that question.
Yeah, we don't need to ask the question, but
because it can always get worse than what it is. It can always
just nuclear weapons.
Hey.
Bro, you ate somebody.
Bro, look, in my experience in life, when we thought it couldn't get no worse, it got worse.
It just keep going.
When we thought it couldn't get no worse, now, take us back 4 years ago. Did you ever think that we would be in a pandemic?
No. It got worse. We sitting here right now, and they talking about it's a fungus that's in Cali that you can't stop. Yep, a fungus, because that's the whole premise of The Last of Us. It's a fungus to where global warming got to a certain point, and now you can't. Now the fungus, because fungus can't live in your body because your body temperature is too high. So now the fungus can. Because the globe been warmed up and fungus had to alter it in order to do it.
It can survive on its own.
It can survive on its own.
That's the whole premise of Last of Us.
Now, that show come out. And now I look right over into the West Coast. And, it's unstoppable fungus.
That's unstoppable fungus that's been taking people out for the last year and a half. That they ain't said nothing about, but now y'all want to tell us about it.
Yeah. It can
so
always get worse.
When we say it can't get no worse,
it gets worse. It can. It can, and it often does.
It often does, and then it gets worse in a way that we don't expect it to get worse.
Like, how are you supposed to defend against this? At this point, like for millennials, like for us, I don't know what's supposed to surprise us no more. Okay, we got like shootings and all that going on. I don't know what's supposed to cause us to be like.
Do you remember when we thought the Twin Towers was bad?
Yeah.
It got worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, so think about it. Like, as we've gotten older, things have gotten progressively worse as time goes by. So when we think it can't get no better, it has gotten progressively worse.
With that being said, I don't want to leave on such a sour note, but yeah, I need to get better. Our condolences to Abby Choi's family who didn't participate in that. And yeah, how can it get better? That's the new question I want to ask. That's how we gonna get. How can it get better? This has been another episode of Something for the People. Hold it down.
Y'all be easy.